Welcome to our fifth instalment of the Blind New Year Champagne Tasting with me, Jamie Goode, and
as ever, your most honoured brother-in-law, William.
So we're going to be looking at 13 different wines, of which I think 8 are champagnes. We've got a wide spectrum of different champagnes, non-vintage, vintage, low dosage, blanc de blanc, and we've also got some as usual, some imposters. We've got 3 English sparkling wines. We've got a top Tasmanian sparkling wine and a French Quarter for the first time. So we'll be tasting these on camera, giving our verdicts. We don't know what's coming up. We know what's coming up, but we don't know what's going to be poured in our glasses. So this is going to be very interesting. What do you think, William?
I think it will be, and most importantly, please, Dominic, let's go. We have our most handsome brother-in-law, Dominic.
That's me.
Who will be serving. And the 8. Well, actually, no. I started with 8. Well, I was aggressively cut back for lack of quality in certain key areas, but by the expert here. But I managed to sneak through an Aigli Ourier, which is apparently 9 out of 10 by Richard Julin, his recent guide, which comes from Ambonnet. That's low dosage. He awarded 95 points for that. He said it was a paradox of luxurious generosity and crystalline purity. So let's see if we agree with that.
Well, we don't know where it's coming.
No, we don't. It's 100% Pinot Meunier. Then there was a Delamotte Brut, which is, I guess, effectively the second wine or second label of Salon. A Marc Chauvet 2006, thank you again, Mark Hughes, for that. And the Real Wine Company, a De Saint-Gall Blanc de Blanc, which I very aggressively muscled into the lineup because it comes from Marks and Spencer's. I think it was fantastic. My champagne of the year, I think. A Ridgeview 2009 Grosvenor, which comes from the South Downs, so Sussex. Jacquesson 736, which is only 1.5 grams per litre, so low dosage, but Richard Julin and others said it's amazing. And an Eric Rodez, who used to make champagne for Krug.
Did he?
Yeah, well, apparently he did. Yes. And he part-time as mayor of Ambonnet, and that's a Blanc de Noir. So for the first time ever, I think we've got a Blanc de Noir and a Pinot Meunier, and then several Blanc de Blancs and others. So
very interesting. So I brought a few along. I bought a Taittinger Comte 2005, which I'm hoping shows very well.
My favourite.
I'm very excited. One of my favourite champagnes, so I'll be excited to see how that goes on. I've got a Veuve Clicquot 2004 vintage, and Veuve's a big champagne house, but they've got a really good reputation, and I know that Tom Stevens and Essie Averman rate them very highly in the latest champagne guide that they've produced. Night Timber Classic Cuvée 2009, I really wanted to include this because I tried it in the summer and it was just absolutely fantastic. I think one of the best that Night Timber have produced so far.
Really? Yeah. Night Timber hasn't shown very well in the past, has it?
Yeah, but I'm looking forward to trying
that
one.
Yeah.
We have Arras Blanc de Blanc 2004 from Tasmania, which has been in tirage for 8 years. So this is a very high-end, one of Australia's most expensive sparkling wines. And then we have, also for the first time, French Quarter, Bella Vista, 2007. So that's all coming up. But let's turn our attention
now
to this.
Our first taste, Dominic, we're running behind time here. We haven't even tried it first, we've been waffling on.
Very nice nose. Quite classic, isn't it? Beautiful.
Yeah, classic nose. Lots of white peach.
Yeah. Citrusy too.
That's pretty good.
It's really good. Lovely purity on the palate. Very crisp.
French or not French?
You know, it's very hard, but I think it's French. But I could be wrong here.
Yeah, me too.
It's very, very classy.
Me too, very good. Yeah, I mean, it's good. Nice way to start.
Very fine, very focused, lots of finesse, linear flavours.
Yeah, I was going to say that it's not very complex.
No, it's young. I think it's quite young.
Oh, really?
But it's got lovely fruity character as well. It's a very fruity style.
Yeah. And like a bit more bready, yeasty, autolysis is a fun word to throw around.
Yeah.
Moments like this. And I don't think it's got much of that.
It's not massively complex, but it's got a great linear purity. It's got lovely fruit. I really like it.
Yeah. Okay. So out of 10.
8.5.
Yeah. Actually, me too. I think I must be learning something. I scored the same as the master. Right. Go ahead.
It's a good start. Oh, a child is crying outside.
It'll be the first of many.
I didn't mean to break his leg, is that what she's saying?
I
think it's your children.
They'll be laughing and smiling again. Edward appears to be aggressed by Dominic's son.
Daughter.
Oh, Dominic's daughter,
Yes.
This is more serious. 3 or 4 different flavours all at once. Having said that, does it have much length to it? That's often the telltale sign of something that doesn't come from France.
But it's got lots of flavour, as you say. It's got layers. It's got some maybe a bit of Pinot character. It's got that sort of almost like cherry fruit edge to it.
So this could be the Pinot Meunier, do you think?
Well, who knows? It's very fruity.
And your champagne, the interview starts here. Your champagne of the year so far? Has anything come close to the Comte de Champagne by Tassinger?
So difficult to say. I really enjoyed so many that contend for that distinction. Maybe I had a Clos de Goisse.
Oh yes.
From '96, which was sublime. So I think that's going to have to be my choice.
Was that the one you shared with me, or did you have that in a
That
private
was
tasting
2001
moment?
Clos de Goisse,
Oh yes.
which is also.
I'm available for
fabulous.
96
Yes.
whenever you wish.
Okay. Anyway, what do you think this is?
Right. Okay. I'm not convinced it's from France. I liked a lot at the beginning, but it didn't have because it didn't have the length to it. I think it might not be, and so I'll give it non-French 8 out of 10. Please feel free to disagree. Let's hope it's not the ugly Mouret.
I think it's champagne.
Yeah. Okay.
But I don't think it's the greatest one in the world. It's good. I think 8 out of 10 is a good score.
Okay. 8 out of 10 for something from Tasmania, perhaps.
Don't think so.
Would be a good score. Right, we're ready.
Yep.
2 down, 11 to go.
Yeah, we need to pick up the pace here. This is important.
Pressure's on.
To keep things ticking over. Beautifully poured. Thank you.
Young. This is my best one so far. Good cocktail of all the classic champagne flavours. I'd just like to highlight that the enthusiastic professionalism of Jamie's spitting here has more to do with the fact that sadly this year he may have to be driving home before New Year's Eve.
Normally I would sink the this very quickly. Yes, it's interesting. It's fresh, isn't it? It's fresh, complex.
I like that a lot.
It's a lemony edge to it.
Yeah, lemon definitely.
And some toast.
So yeah, so the classic champagne flavours, right? Actually, since you mentioned it, it was planted forward to my mind, but lemony, yeah, the lemon really hangs on the tongue, doesn't it? Lemon curd.
Lovely complexity here.
So having got a bit of a fruit theme this year, aren't we?
I mean,
All
this is
three
probably
so far.
this citrusy and strikes me as a classic Blanc de Blanc sort of style. But I'm slightly hesitant to know my colours to the mast.
Well, since you say it now, and again you've planted foot, it has a creaminess to it, and a baked apple component. I wonder.
It's quite rich and concentrated.
I wonder if this is my favourite so far. I wonder if it's the de Sangal, the M&S one.
That's a good call. So I'm going 8.5 for this one as well.
Okay.
What do you go for this one?
Yeah, I go 8.5 as well. Possibly even 9, but I'm more interested to see if I've got it right. And it's improved. I'm going 9.
Oh, 9.
Right, so that's our top scoring wine so far. And how about food in 2013? What's been your best meal on the job?
Quite a few memorable meals, as you might imagine.
Oh yes, as we've all jealously reviewed them online.
And the one that
sadly after the event.
The one that took me by surprise, I wouldn't say it's my best meal, but it's one that I really enjoyed, was my first visit to the grain store in King's Cross.
Oh yes.
And it was with a small dinner for a Californian Pinot Noir producer called Hirsch, and it was like tapas style, sort of small plates.
Always the best.
But it was mostly based on vegetables, but really interesting flavours. Just superb dinner, and a nice vibe as well. So that was very good.
So not a Michelin-starred experience, but still
I had a few disappointing Michelin.
Did you really?
Experience.
Really?
Yes. Gavroche, didn't enjoy that very much at all. It was a bit old-fashioned.
Well, it is old-fashioned.
Yeah, too old-fashioned for me, I'm afraid.
We're far too young to be dining there. Let's
yes.
not do that again.
This is interesting.
I think that's good.
Powerful.
Complex, classic French brioche. I remember last year, well, probably previous years, we run out of non-French awards. Everything has performed so well. There were a few standouts. I'll be very interested to see whether we and you in particular can spot the ridge view, because I had this at a Blanc de Blanc.
This is very nice. This is really concentrated. It's a bit obvious. The flavours are a bit too obvious, but they're delicious.
Maybe lacking a bit in my favourite word, length. I think I preferred number 3.
Yeah. But it's very fine. Interesting.
No problems with nothing we wouldn't want to drink more of so far.
All so far 4 very very good wines.
Right, I must use restraint and pause them back.
8.5 for me. A little bit less than the last one.
Why is it that most non-vintage champagnes, particularly maybe the sort of cheaper end, improve a year in bottle when kept at home?
Just gain a bit of complexity, that's all. Just adding little extra elements to the flavour, rounding things off a bit.
Well, what's happening in the chemical process in a bit of a cheap,
that's a very good question.
cheapo non-vintage that you keep at home?
Good question.
I was expecting to find out the answer.
Yes.
Can you get back to us all on that? Right, where are we? Number 5. This is gaining some momentum.
Very toasty, isn't it?
Yeah.
Buttery.
Can still taste it. Good 15-20 seconds afterwards. This time last year, you said you might consider writing a book entitled The Science of Champagne.
Yes, it's on my
So when's it coming out? You should do that.
Yeah.
There's some great books on champagne coming out.
There are. That would be very interesting, wouldn't it? Yeah.
Tyson's just come out with a new one.
Yes, it's here.
Richard Julian's come out with a new
Tyson's Champagne Guide. 2014 to 15. That's considering we're just turning into 2014.
That's exciting, isn't it?
He's seeing to the future. Well done, Tyson.
Well, that's the predictive nature of his journalism, you know. Well, good on you, mate.
What do you think of this?
I like that a lot. I'm gonna. Where are we? Number 5. This reminds me of non-vintage Marc Chauvet, but we don't have any non-vintage Marc Chauvet. So I wonder if it might be the vintage Marc Chauvet.
It's got great acidity, it's got this nice toastiness. Yeah, I think it's champagne. It seems Blanc de Blanc-ish to me.
Oh really?
That
Which
really linear, lemony character.
Yum. Okay, so we'll have some fun afterwards, finishing all these. Number 6.
What do you think of that one then? What's your score?
I like that a lot. I'm going to say we're bunching around 8.5, 9.
It's hard because their wines are all
good.
because
They're all
very
good. I think that's joint favourite.
So it's 9, yeah?
9. What did you think?
Yeah, I think so as well.
Right, so number 6. Concentrate. Almost halfway. So we haven't found any imposters yet, have we?
No, we haven't at all.
Speaking of which, this doesn't smell.
Very tight, isn't it? This is English.
I think this could be the first non-French sparkling wine. Lacking in bubbles, very much lacking in bubbles.
Very lemony,
yeah,
high acidity.
I'm definitely saying non-French.
I think English. It's very, very pure though. It's very crisp and tight and acidic. It's well made.
I think it's delicious up front. The mid-palate sort of muted flavours that we've had before, and then the final taste on the palate is not much really. I'd be disappointed if this was made in England. I haven't tried the Australian one or the Italian one. The Australian one you said is Australia's top, or certainly most expensive Blanc de Blanc.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah. It's very
Did
good.
you try it before?
I reckon this could be the mill down. It's
Where's Milldown made?
Hambledon Vineyard. It's a new release from the Hambledon Vineyard.
So I just it's lacking in complexity.
It's very young.
And
I
length.
think.
What year is it?
If it is that one, it's 2010.
Okay, yeah. Well, a classic candidate to be stored for a year or so.
Right. Number 7.
How are you bearing up, chaps?
Very good.
Are you trying these?
I am.
Not too much, I hope, as we're going along. You managed to you managed to fend the ladies off.
There's actually only a little bit left in each bottle, enough for each of you. I'm checking.
Which is
Just
your
before it pours, I must just check the camera.
which is your favourite so far?
I was impressed with the first one.
Number 7. Actually, first time I had a shot of that, it was a bit too floral for me. In fact, it still is.
That's quite serious, this is.
Really?
I think so.
In that case, I need more water.
It's very linear and pure. I think it's a really nice concentration of flavour. It's nice fruit. It's a slight touch of herbs there as well. Lemons.
Lemon's a recurring theme this year, isn't it?
But some nice toasty characters too.
Actually, it's improving on me now.
I think it's not too showy, but it's quite serious. It's a good concentration of flavour there.
It's quite Venus.
Yeah.
And your most enjoyable foreign trip in 2013?
Oh, there's so many. It's hard to pick one out. But I have to
Increasingly
start
more
with
and more of them. Lucky
I
chap.
really enjoyed New Zealand in January and February. That was epic. I really enjoyed Canada in summer as well.
Oh, Canada, yeah.
A really good time in Canada.
They
That's a
make good
big
wine
fan
in
of that.
Canada, do they?
They do.
Not a lot
Yes.
of people know that.
Yeah. Mm.
Okay, I'll take it all back. It's grown on me. Maybe it was a bit too linear and pure at the beginning.
Love that.
Crystalline. Could that be the crystalline one?
It's really good.
Now,
I gave it a 9.
I'll give it less. I'll give it 8.5. Where are we now?
Number 8.
Now, what are your views on low dosage champagnes? Not zero dosage, I think it's just ridiculously extreme. But
Low is
low
good.
dosage.
0 is too far. I think
And
lower.
what do you define as low? Below 5?
I think the sweet spot seems to be around 5 to 6. That seems good. Go too much below that and it can. It's a style issue, I guess. It depends whether you like the style, but the 0 dosage champagnes,
So
I'm not a
tart,
massive
right?
fan of them.
Lip
I
puckering.
think the dosage helps the wine age.
And gives a fuller, rounder flavour.
Yeah, I just think it's more imbalanced sometimes.
The Jacquesson 736 is only 1.5 grams. That's the
Same
only thing
with-
I wanted, after such a write-up, apparently it's based on the 2008 vintage, and I think Richard Julin and others have said it's the best of the 700 series that Jacquesson have made, 736, on offer at the Wine Society. Rush out and fill your boot, and your boots even. But I thought 1.5 grams was just a bit too low, it just felt a little bit too dry.
This is deeper in colour, isn't it, this one?
Yeah, markedly so compared to the others. Well, there's a good question. What colour in champagne? Okay, so if it's a blonde and noir, it would be not pink, but it would be a little bit of. But this won't be a blonde and
Colour varies so
blonde
much.
noir.
Often it's age,
Oh, really?
and use of oak that
Yes,
can
okay.
give the colour. This is very nice. It's rich flavours. Peach pear.
So this could be 2006 then.
I don't know. It could be. Yeah. It seems
I picked that because it's the only elderly vintage. We like number 8. We think the colour denotes age.
but it's beautiful. It's really beautiful. It's got concentration, toastiness, citrus flavours.
What did you think, Dominic? Number 8.
I thought it was very good. In fact, I've given it 2 stars.
It's really good.
Can I just say, it's on behalf of humanity, it's slightly unnerving sitting next to such a global wine icon who's spitting, and I'm waiting for splashes to come back. It's slightly unnerving.
Yes. Well, sorry.
That's all right. I put it there for safety.
Right.
It's just a new experience for me within this.
Is it really?
Nice jacket, by the way.
Do you like it? It's new. I got it yesterday.
This one I'm pouring you now took me by surprise.
Oh, really? Actually, one of the best events I think you've done in 2013 has got nothing to do with drinking, but more to do with physical exercise. That Medoc, was it Medoc Marathon?
Marathon to Medoc. Yes.
Right, I'm
You up for it
going
next
to
year?
wait
That
to see your reaction to this.
that was great, right? I mean,
Epic.
you were a little bit concerned before you did that.
I was very scared that I would die.
I'm waiting to see your
I
reaction.
didn't die, which is awesome.
Christian Seeley carried you halfway
That's
round.
right, yes.
There's anticipation from our pourer here.
It's very creamy, isn't it?
Wow.
Right, that's what I thought. Wow.
Well, it said wow because it's very creamy, not wow that it's brilliant. I have not yet opined fully.
So what was your best wine moment of the year? You got one?
When yeah, of course. Well, 2, joint first, the Clos d'Aiguas that you brought round at some point. I think we had a barbecue outside.
It's in summer.
And then the Margot, what was it?
Ah, the Magnum
93.
93 Margot.
The Magnum of
generously opened a few weeks ago. That was special.
The 20th wedding anniversary.
Yes.
Magnum of Margaux 93. The question is, do I keep the Magnum of Lafitte 93, or do I flog it?
Flog it. Yeah, definitely. Very toasty, very rich. Peachy.
White peach.
Yeah. Cream.
Lots of cream.
Very delicious in a simple sort of way. I would say it was a non-French. It's quite easy, isn't it?
Yeah.
But it has some complexity.
It has the creaminess of a normal Blanc de Blanc, but it doesn't have. It's quite tart as well at the end. It's kind of strange.
So,
where have you not yet gone in the world of wine?
Great
That
question.
you have a secret hungering for. I mean,
Great
you've been to most of the big wine producing countries, or all of them probably. Anyway, you haven't been.
Jerez.
You're Chile.
Jerez.
Oh really?
I've been to Chile, yeah, Jerez, to see sherry. I'd like to
Yeah,
do
you went to
that.
Chile this year.
Yeah, I've been three times to Chile. I'd like to go to Jerez to look around the sherry bodegas. That would be fun.
Can we come with you?
Of course,
Yes, we'll carry your bags.
Number 10. This is very interesting.
By the way, we're doing very poorly on picking the non-French.
Yes, we are.
Oh, this is every time I say this, one comes up. Surely that is not from France.
I like this.
Do you?
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's very good,
that
isn't
could be your usual double bluff. This doesn't. Okay. Okay, I think okay. It's the funky bouquet which threw me there. I think this is a leading contender for my favourite de Saint-Gall Blanc de Blanc. Because it's got a funky, herby character, very strong herbal character up front, but when you taste it, it's as creamy as you can get.
Yeah.
I think.
And toasty as well. Very, very delicious, isn't it?
I think that's wonderful. If you can get round why does this particular Blanc de Blanc, why would a Blanc de Blanc have more intense? If you know, so that the grape variety is exactly the same, all 100%. Why would one come out with this intense herbal initial palate and slightly funky smell, whereas another
That's a good question.
And the answer is?
The answer is I have to get back to you. I think it's a good upper middle order champagnes. It's quite tasty.
What's it lacking?
Just lacking a little bit of concentration and focus on the palate.
Okay.
It's got a lot of pretty elements that all work together, but don't have a core that keeps them, anchored.
So it's a bit simplistic.
Bit of a simple, yeah, but a little bit simple, but still delicious, and there's some complexity there.
Yum.
So
How about Brazil? You haven't been to Brazil,
No,
have
I
you?
haven't been to
Do
Brazil.
they make
no.
wine in Brazil?
They do actually, yes. Yeah, quite a lot. Quite a lot of wine.
Actually, Mexico. They make wine in Mexico as well.
Do they?
Not a lot of wine.
But they do make a bit. India as well. I've not been to India.
What? Oh, excellent. Well done, Cavan. It's gone very quiet. We heard screaming and fighting and
The children
tears.
are eating.
And now,
Tucking in.
Well, this is very interesting. This is number 11, so there's 3 more.
And I have to say again, I like this. It's light. It's got a nice complexity. It's refreshing.
Very distinctive palate.
I mean, this is we're now at number 11. We have a bit of a problem now because only number 6 stood out as being non-French.
Maybe number 1 as well.
Do you think?
And number 9.
You're now sharing your unspoken notes with me and our global audience.
This is very distinctive, isn't it?
Now, champagne glasses. Now, there's been a huge eruption of journalistic fervour around champagne glasses. You've got, the bowl which goes narrow at the top, charging exorbitant amounts of money. And then I saw recently on TV that one was it Gus? What was the name? The UK producer. Gusbin. They were tasting out of these. And you've been promoting these for 5 years at least, following Jancis Robinson's recommendation.
They're very good champagne glasses. These are the Riedel Chianti Sangiovese.
And your friend, is it Richard? Or
Geoffroy.
Richard Geoffroy.
He recommends these
He
glasses.
also said he recommends these, yes.
I love that wine.
11 is good.
It's complex, it's precise, it's linear. It's got lovely fruit. It's got an edginess to it as well.
I'm looking for the edge.
A grower champagne. It's got real interest. It's lower dosage as well, I reckon.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It's almost Venus. Gets a 9 from me.
Does vinosity come from lower dosage? Actually, I don't know the answer. How much? What is vinosity?
That's very nice. Yes.
What is the dosage, if any? Show my lack of knowledge in the average Bourgogne, but white Burgundy.
What in a wine?
Yeah.
It's dry. It's fermented to dry.
Zero.
It'll be about less than 1 gram. Yeah.
Okay.
So this is number 12.
Number 12.
And again, I'm interested to see your initial reaction.
I don't like the smell at all.
It's very tight, isn't it? Very tight and youthful.
Very much like Dominic, in fact. Tight and youthful.
Wow.
Over the years, many young women have...
Easy tiger.
Good acidity, very high acidity.
Destination?
It's got to be English.
Yeah, this is
Gotta be
not
English.
French.
Sure.
Pure, focused, precise.
Yes, but what is it lacking? There's a lack of the biscuity roundness to finish it off. It's quite. It's like arrows of fruit, lemon. It's quite dry. There's no the classic round biscuity.
Yeah, it's so focused and tight, and it's almost hard work to drink at the moment. It's just so youthful and acidic.
There's no way that's coming from England. But we have several different geographic origins of these sparkling wines. So which one is this? We have UK, Italy and Australia.
This might be the mill down with the UK one. I think it's just so youthful.
You said number 6 was
Yeah,
the
but that
mill
could
down.
be the Ridgeview.
Oh, okay. So where's Italy and where's Australia in this?
This is interesting. I think the Franciacorta is going to be number 9.
I'm going to say this one is from Italy. I'm going to say this one is Franciacorta.
For me, my favourite so far is number 8.
Yeah, it wasn't for me. I thought number 3 was pretty damn good.
7 and 8 were really good. 3 was pretty good. 5 was pretty good as well. Right, last one. This has been really interesting. I'm you know, I thought I'd recognise more of the wines, to be honest.
This is always hard work. How are the English producers ultimately going to make wines as good as those in France? Is this a question of the temperature aspect of the microclimate terroir as global warming supposedly, is it more to do with the experience, the youthfulness of the English wine producers who will grow in knowledge?
I'm just going to finish them off.
What?
Okay.
I think that it's about an industry maturing, basically. There's some really good terroirs planted in England, and there's some less good ones. And the skills in terms, because champagne and sparkling wine, a lot of it's to do with the skill of the
Producer.
Yeah, the producer, and it's in some ways it's a manufactured style of wine, so you need to make it well. And I think that there's already some fantastic English sparkling wines. So I think that there's already not English sparkling wines that are qualitative peers of decent champagne. So they're very top.
Ridgeview, for example, we haven't difficult to spot that.
So number 13. What do you reckon?
Well, I think it's very tart. Very tart, isn't it?
It's herby and lemony.
I'm writing down in big, fat, capital letters, low dosage.
It's interesting, it's got a very fruity style to it. Even though it's got high acidity, it's got a distinctively fruity style. It makes me think it's not champagne.
Well,
there's some creaminess as well, and the finish on it is quite herbal.
I think there's also a chance, given its incredible tartness to it, I mean that this could be ultra low dosage. So the Aigli Ourier is between 1 to 3 grams. Jacquesson is 1.5 grams. I think this is one of those two. By the way, one of these is Eric Rodez, who used to work for Krug, as we said.
Do you know this? I think this is the Tasmanian one. This last
Really?
one. Yeah.
You know, we've never had a tasting where there's been such a difference of opinion. Because you're saying this is from Tasmania. I think there's a reasonable chance this could actually be the Embonnet 9 out of 10 by Richard Julian.
Really?
But have you any clue of the dosage in the Tasmanian wine? It's so dry, don't you think?
Yeah, but it's very interesting fruity quality here,
Right.
and there's the maturity as well. It's the finish on this, I think, just lets it down a bit. So it's just a quick recap of the wines that we tasted. For me, if I'm going to go for my top selection, I thought number 1 was really good. Number 3 was slightly better. Number 4 was kind of on a par with number 1. Number 5 was on a par with 3, just slightly better. Number 7 I thought was really good. Number 8 was really good. Number 11 was really good. So in terms of my top wines, I thought 11, 9, 7. My top 3.
I'm just going to make a note of those.
So 11, 8 and 7. 11, 8 and 7.
Right, so...
Yes.
So wait.
11, 8 and 7.
Right. So Jamie is 11, 8 and 7.
So I have to push you on this. Which one is the Comte de Champagne? Which certainly by price and reputation and should be the best wine here.
I'd say 8.
William, what are your top 3?
Okay, I thought number 3 was excellent. I also thought number 5 was very good.
Yeah, I like both of those as well.
I'm I think the quality here is fantastic because we have had some shocking wines before. I have no clue, which is disappointing to me because I thought the Comte de Champagne would really shine through. But I want to say number 13, I think, is a low dosage French wine or champagne, whereas Jamie thinks it's from Tasmania. I want to go out there, I want to be strong, I think I'm growing in confidence and really put it out there.
Right, okay. Jamie, are we aligned? You need to check to see if we're aligned.
We're that's good.
Okay, great, brilliant.
The reveal.
Okay, so I'm going to sit back a little bit so you can't read my notes, and
Yes.
you need to guess what I'm drinking.
We're drinking number 8.
This is the one with the.
Is that correct?
Well, let me have a look and see. What am I drinking? So Jamie thinks I'm drinking number 8. What do you think number 8 is?
But give. This is unfair. This is not the same number 8 that I had earlier.
Well, it's meant to be number 8. Dominic's not confirmed that.
So Jamie thinks this is number 8.
What
do you
year?
think it
What
is?
year is the Comte de Champagne?
2005.
Ah. Okay. I reckon that I have an escape clause here because you said it was old, and I said the vintage Marc Chauvet, and that was 2006. I now think that this is 2005, principally because he's poured himself such a large measure of it, and also because it's a lot better than it was before.
Workman's wages.
Let's have the reveal anyway. Let's have the reveal.
Okay, right then. So
Number
listen,
one.
Number 1.
It's a classic
I have
moment.
to say, first of all, this
number one,
I adore this. It's lovely. It's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. Okay, so number 1. I'm very pleased with this because it hasn't had a very good showing in years past.
Ah.
Okay.
Oh.
Timber.
Timber Classic Cuvée 2009, England. I
Yes.
remember being
Okay.
very
Well done,
disappointed.
Timber.
That's very good.
Excellent.
Yeah. Very good.
So number 2, again, I enjoyed it, and that's the Champagne Taittinger.
What? Are you serious?
Number 2 was the Comte.
Yep.
No way.
2005.
I thought we'd just decided that this is the Comte.
No, we haven't. That's probably
I
the
can't
French
believe
Quarter.
this. This is a revelation moment.
Yes.
Right.
So the Comte, I gave that 8 out of 10.
Yeah, I get 8 out. Oh no, I'm not. I refuse to say what I refuse to talk about what I wrote here.
Fine.
And I gave it. Are you sure? Are you sure?
Yes.
It's Comte?
It's
Yes.
absolutely.
Yes.
Oh, this is appalling.
Okay.
I can't believe it.
By the way, I really mixed them up this year.
Yeah.
Okay, to try and fool you.
Yeah.
Hold on. Sorry, can I just say this is very important for the world to know. What did Jamie say about number 2, which is the Comte de Champagne?
Well, it will be on the video, won't it? Can't get away from that.
Fine. Okay. Number
I said
3.
I thought
Number
it was
3
Pinot Noir.
was number 3 was something that both of you marked up, and something I enjoy.
Yeah.
It's the Marc Chauvet Millésime 2006.
Really? Mark,
Well done, Mark.
that's 9 out of 10.
Yeah.
Nine
It beat
out of 10.
Comte Champagne.
No. Mark, it beat Comte de Champagne.
Right,
That's
number
next.
4. Number 4.
Number 4 is
Hook.
the Champagne
Can't believe that.
de la Motte.
Ah, the Delamont.
Oh, really? Okay, yeah, complex French, okay. I feel better about myself.
Yeah, that's good.
Okay, and both of you
It's
pulled
incredible.
number 5 out, and that's the Veuve Clicquot 2004.
Yeah. We like that.
I didn't.
What?
I should tell you. Okay, so number 6 I did like.
Yeah.
This is not from France.
6 is the Ridgeview, yeah?
No,
Six.
you said Mildown first.
Yeah, I
guess.
did, yeah.
6 is the Jacques Cuesson
No!
736.
No! No!
I told you I'd mix it up.
Oh no!
We didn't like that
Okay.
very much.
So number 7, and Jamie called this out
Oh.
as a champagne of note. I'm delighted to say,
Linear, pure herbs.
being a
lemon,
nationalist as I am.
What?
It's the Ridgeview Grosvenor
Whoa.
2009.
That was one of
Congratulations, Ridgeview.
that was one of Jamie's top 3, wasn't it?
Yes, it was, yes.
Right. Well
Wow.
done, Ridgeview.
Very excellent, very excellent. Number 8,
Oh.
which I am enjoying, a workman's,
should be
a
the-
workman's measure.
This should be the Comte de Champagne.
But it's not.
By all the psychological
Yeah.
interpretations of your clues.
Yes. What is it?
Number 8 is the Egli Uriye.
Okay,
Oh,
good.
right, excellent.
So
Which is
Richard Julian.
wonderful.
Richard,
That's
well
my
done.
top scoring wine. Wow.
9
Which
out
is
of 10.
absolutely gorgeous. So, number 9,
Okay, good, yeah.
which I really enjoyed as well,
That's the French Quarter, yeah.
took me a little bit back, I wasn't quite expecting, is the Bella Vista. I can't read your writing, Jamie.
It's the Bella Vista
Fran-
2007 French
Yeah,
Quarter from
French
Italy.
Quarter, thank you. 2007, that's the
Is
one.
this Italy's top
It's one
sparkling?
it's one of Italy's
Okay.
very good sparkling wines.
Okay, so number
10.
10. Number 10, I quite like, because it's fresh.
Excuse me, can I just say, I've written down here, de Sangal, number 10.
So you'd say it's a blonde blonde.
Yes, Blonde de Blanc de Sangal, number
What is
10.
You'd be absolutely right.
Yes!
Okay,
However, I lost points on not getting
you
Comte
did,
Champagne.
absolutely. Okay, another one I really enjoyed, and I gave 2 little asterisks, those two, is the Eric Rodez Blanc de Noir.
It's number 9. No.
Number 11.
Yeah, which is one of my top 3, yeah.
Yes, and you called that out, Jamie, as well. Well done.
That's the connoisseur's choice.
So we have 2 left.
Well done, Jamie. You're winning on points because you got the ones that should be top.
Now we
Pretty
have
much-
2
pretty
left.
much top.
One is English, and the other is
Yeah,
Not
number 12
English.
there's no way number 12 comes from France.
12 is, I think 12 is the mill down. Yeah.
which is correct.
Yes.
And again, I really enjoyed that. I thought it was quite fresh. I thought it was, it was well balanced.
And
I thought it was very fresh.
number 13,
And
who
number
was right?
13,
Who was right?
number 13, you're absolutely on the money, Jamie.
Can't believe it.
It's the Arras 2004 from Tasmania.
Tasmania.
But well, actually, both William and Jamie called that out. But Jamie said it was Tasmania, which you're absolutely right. So
Yes.
well
I
done.
think
William
I've-
thought it was a Grau Champagne.
Excuse me, I think we should go with Dominic's interpretation of my comments.
Yes, that's
And
much
I
better.
think we'll find that if you look at the dosage in the Tasmanian wine, it will be very low. That was my main feedback.
Well, that's very interesting. Very interesting.
As ever, main revelation moments.
Thank you
Gosh.
for watching. If you've watched all this all the way through, and I congratulate you.
Happy New
and
Year.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year!
Night Timber. I thought when I saw it, I thought, well, I'm going to go first with that. This is never very good.
Can you not get changed in front of us?
Let's go in here.
I love the look, Hester. I'm not sure about the slippers. That's just slightly
Well, Hester's got a nice
detracts.
glass.
No one's going to see.
What do you want?
Standing in front of me and Danny.
It's yakking. I'm
Cheers.
God, it's all talk.
Everybody smile, pretend like
Cheers.
Okay.
Right, what do we do on the count of
Right, I'm
Pretend
gonna
like
do-
we all
go
love
to
each
your
other.
right,
go to your
Hester got a glass.
Hester, go to your right. Go to your
As long
right.
as you have Hester, that's important.
Is that
nice?
Okay, 1, 2, 3. Happy
Happy
New
Happy
Year!
New Year! Hurrah!
Hurrah!
And again,
We're doing a bit
this-
better.
this
Everyone
time
say Happy
with
New Year,
Anne,
please.
Anne with the
I'm
glass.
playing. Yeah. 1, 2.
Happy New Year!
Hurrah!
Take it.
Yes, it is.
Yes.
It's not like a picture, it's recording
It's
a video.
And then, yeah,
That's why when you say Happy New Year, it's a video.
Now the children can act up.
Yeah.
Right. Now pretend this is really
Right.
natural, everyone.
1,
Okay.
2,
It's the first time we've done it.
3. Happy New Year! Yay! That's very good. Well done.
Right.
Oh, well done.